English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Steven. Steven from TRARAsia. He's the legend of fall protection in Asia. So we want to learn from him and the history of fall protection, how it developed in Asia. So Steven, can you tell us how did you get started?
Well, first, let's say hello to everybody first. All right. Basically, I started off after I left the army. That was back in year 1990. Of course, those days in the army, we have a lot of accidents. Yeah, and I see how my good friend died when we are doing the heli repair. Yeah. And after which, when I came out, I was trying to move along this area. And fortunately, I met this person, Mr. Dave Opport. At that time, was from TRO. Yeah, there's no arrangement that of anything, but it's very kind of him that after that, he's a technical guy, and he was looking for a technical personnel in this area. I know very little about fall protection. Actually, I take risks as well since I came from the army. But basically, when he was in Singapore, he was looking for a sales guy. There's an arrangement, and I quickly make arrangement, and I bring him around and let him see that I'm more of a technical person. And after which, all right, he went back. I waited a while, and a reply came later on that I could, if I'm interested, but of course I have to pay everything myself to come over to UK, and there's no promise of any certification here and there. I was very keen because I suppose this is where I can get that proper training. So going there, preparing myself, and going there at all on my own cost. I spent all my 12 years BHT in the army. That come out to about, not really a lot, but at that time it was about 7,000. Buying my air ticket, staying there for 2 weeks, and all paid by myself. And you're talking about a pound. One pound is Singapore $3.
And we're talking about almost 40 years ago.
Yes, in 1992.
1992.
Yes, and no budget airline. So actually,
You make a big investment.
many people tell me to be very careful, yeah, because the whole thing is spending all my money at one go and having a family. But I see that it's a good opportunity for me to learn about all these things from a professional, a pioneer who are in the field or in this area of technical rescue. But anyway, all right, I came back with 2 certifications, and this is how I get started. Yeah, but I noticed that in Asia, there's no A standard at all. Most of the time, everywhere I go, they are using standard from US, especially NFPA, which is the fire department. And but the things that they are not able to follow everything.
To knowledge, no skill, no knowledge.
Yes, the standards are more in US application, but here in Asia is very different from each country to another country, and that actually triggered me to look into it as how I can set a standard, come up with a standard and system of practices that more applicable to the Asia country. Okay. And I spent 10 years going through all these standards of everywhere in the world. US, UK, Australia standard, this and that. And fortunately, I met people who are the pioneers who are able to advise, connected me to the right person to able to know more about the standard, interpretation of that standards there, why this was laid out in this way. And after that, I work on it. Eventually, TRARAsia standards and system of practices comes about it. Okay. The thing about why many countries are accepting TRARAsia standard is because TRARAsia standards and system of practices allow 20% of adjustment to localize it, and when so that it fit to that country. And the thing is that what I did is I will work with them very closely so that they can know how to have this 20% customized to their local context. And of course, it's a lot of understanding and working together. And fortunately, I met the right person in each country, which are very committed and willing to go into that. And today, TRARAsia, we have all this working with a government body like in Philippines, the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Special Rescue Forces, in Thailand, in China, in Taiwan, we work with the university, which they have this area into their degree, master, PhD program where they do all this research work. So I work with the students, with the professor on this area. Yeah. So this is a good thing for TRARAsia to grow, right? And I'm very appreciative that people are coming forward, and I look forward to doing more. Yeah, especially I'm getting older. Hopefully, TRARAsia eventually can be on its own.
So can you share about the Asia practices, the history development of fall protection since your time in 90s until now? What did you see and what are the development happening and what is happening now?
Yeah, I suppose in Asia we are going forward, and the development are there in every countries. And the thing is, when you go into this part of it, that is where life is getting more. The awareness part of it is getting there. Many countries from overseas are coming in to venture it, investing in it, and they have all this practice back in their own country. So they want all these things to be also able to be practiced. But again, the culture in Asia, each country is very different. And this is why things are getting very slow. But when the investment, when the development is so fast, and this part of it are not the understanding of how to protect yourself when you're up there working at heights and how to do that rescue are not getting fast enough. And that is where in many countries, even in Singapore, as in this year we already got 20 deaths. The start of the year in January we have the fall at height death already. Yeah, and other countries which are so big and they have all these work at heights concern, I'm sure it's also not something less. Yeah.
So if we want to bring up the level of competency in fall protection or save more lives, what are the critical factors? So we're talking about skill, we're talking about knowledge, we're talking about the right products. What are them that we must consider?
Today the products are plenty, the range are there, but are you getting the right products? That is one thing. Asia, we are very cost sensitive, and we may not get the correct products there. Yeah, so this is where the knowledge has to be there. So I see that having a lot of workshops, seminars, sharing openly on this area is needed for any safety when it comes to safety part of it. So fall protection is one of the things, because there are industries which don't involve confined space. Yeah, but I can say that there are all industries involve heights. Yeah, and this awareness has to be there. But we need to, because Asian we have a culture of keeping to ourselves rather than like the West, they share openly, they write books, here and there. So I suppose the generation have changed, and this is a good thing that with these technologies available, we could actually share, and more people will come to know. Not like my time where these are not there. But today, with the technologies, I suppose that it will make a lot easier. But the thing is that because of commercial, a lot of things, when you flooded with too much information, this is also something that we need to be very careful, right? Because like the products. Does this piece of item meet the proper standards or not? I have been to China where they compliance the so-called the body wear support comply to their local standard, but during a fall, all right, that full body harness kill him because there's a design problem. So the standards are not comprehensive enough. So we don't need to invent the wheel. All these have been done back in US, in UK. All these developments are there, right? So what we need is to know this and get the right person, the right information, the right platform has to be established so that people come to get the right thing.
So what your recommendation of out there in the industry, people who work on the field for involving work at heights and those committees and government and trainers out there, what recommend that you can give to them for the future coming?
I suppose that my experience is they are very independent. It needs to be interdependent. The committees or the associations or the governments or even the private sectors, the industry itself has to be connected together, all right? And this is not so active. Over there in US in Europe where I pick up the knowledge, it's the professional, the specialists, all right, that come together and with the support of the government to lay out whatever standard and system or practices there. Okay. But over in Asia, a lot of times, all right, the industry are not so much connected together, and the government eventually are forced in a way to lay out, but they don't have the specialist people, the professionals, but so they lay out things, the requirement, but it takes a while, and it's not comprehensive enough. So I suppose that if we can come together, connected together, and we will be able to get this thing laid out much faster because many things to me is not new. Yeah.
So what can TRARAsia support, even the private sector or governments or individuals?
TRARAsia is for everyone. It's not for me or for him. Yeah. And I hope to make sure the right person who is authorized as a representative of TRARAsia are there to share. Okay, and if we are open enough to take in whatever feedback, I'm sure TRARAsia will be more acceptable, right? Because we are here with them. We are just next door.
Okay, thank you, Stephen, for this interview.
Thank you very much. Good day.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye.